Hi, today we're going to make homemade lasagna with homemade pasta. So first we're going to start with our pasta. We're going to use our bread machine to make our pasta dough. We're going to need 3 3/4 cups of flour. I already have 3 cups in here, and we're going to add our 3/4 cup. Right here I have 5 eggs. We're going to beat that up slightly and add that to our flour. A little bit of salt. And 4 tablespoons of olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. Close it up, plug it in. You might have to check your bread machine to see what your settings are. We have a dough setting, so we're going to the dough setting and start. We let it go for 10 minutes and we'll come back for our dough. So now our dough is complete. We took it out of the bread machine, and this is what we have. We're going to divide it up to make it more easy to handle, and we're going to run it through our KitchenAid pasta roller. Flatten it out a little. This will just flatten it out a little before we get it in. Lasagna noodles, which we're making, you need to keep your setting at 1 or 2. Right now I have it on 2. We're going to feed it through a couple times to get the perfect consistency. We'll fold it over into each other and do it one more time. And there's our homemade lasagna noodles. Here's the one that we rolled through with the setting at number 2. Now we are at number 4, and this is the lasagna ravioli setting. You need to do it down in steps. So you start off at the 1 or 2, and you slowly work your way back to the higher numbers. The higher the number, the thinner the pasta. This is our final product right here. Okay, all our pasta dough is done. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go back through, cut off the uneven ends, and cut them into a little bit smaller sizes to make it more manageable. I like to keep the sides like this so it looks more rustic. Next, all we have to do is boil some hot water and throw this in to cook up our pasta. Now our water is boiling. We're going to add some sea salt to make it taste like the ocean. Then we're going to add our pasta. The noodles are fresh, so they'll only take about 5 to 7 minutes. They'll start to float to the top. That's how you know that they're ready. Try not to overcrowd the pot, though, so we do only a couple batches at a time. Now our noodles are cooked, and we're ready to make our filling. So we're going to start off with some Lasagna cheese. I use the skim milk kind, and this is a 15-ounce container. 1 egg, some Parmesan cheese shredded. We're going to do about a half a cup of this, and we'll make it a cup. And I have some of these extra cheeses left over, Parmesan Romano, Italian 3 cheese, and mozzarella. So I'm just going to throw whatever I have in with the mix. try and use up all our stuff. You can change it up any way you like also. And here I have some fresh basil that I chopped up. We're just going to throw that in. We're going to save some for our end top of our, and mix it all up. I think we need a little salt and pepper as well. The Parmesan cheese has a lot of salt in it, so we only need a little dab of salt. Now it's time for the assembly. Spray your baking dish first, just to make sure nothing sticks. We're going to start with a layer of our sauce. A little thin layer is all you really need for the bottom. And our homemade noodles. Which are very hot still. Our filling goes in next. Remember to save half of the filling for the second layer. Another layer of meat sauce. And then we're just going to repeat our layers again. Noodles, filling, meat sauce. And now our last layer of noodles, which will be the top. Right, this is our last top layer. We put our noodles on. We're going to put one more layer of the meat sauce. And then top it with some cheese and fresh basil. Do a little bit of Parmesan. A little bit of the shredded mozzarella. And then top it with this fresh mozzarella here. This will be a cheesy, cheesy lasagna. You can also put vegetables like zucchini or eggplant, yellow squash, red bell peppers in the middle if you want. Just make sure you cook them down first to get the liquid out, or your lasagna will be one big soggy mess. And then we'll top it with some basil. We're going to throw it in the oven at 350 for about 30 to 40 minutes.